Welcome to the closing ceremony for our November JAMA Jam. The theme this month was glass. Now everybody in the call here already is pretty familiar with the format for this, but for any of you watching this video recording that we'll be uploading after this event takes place, we'll be going through everybody's work from this jam and talking about how voting works for our awards. As always, we encourage you to share your work from the jam. Be sure to tag us if you're posting on Instagram or Twitter at JAMA Jam Midwest, and use hashtag JamaJam to show off your stuff, or plug it in your various Discords and whatnot, drag your friends in for next month, etc. And without further ado, let's go through people's assets. If you're in the call and you'd like to explain your sort of process or your inspirations, please feel free to unmute and do so. Spencer! Spencer's not here, but this is Haunted Mirror. And I'll read through the description here. The Conjurer's Companion to Practical Geisha, I wonder how you pronounce that, states, the dead are fond of mirrors, as they reflect the world in much the same fashion that they themselves reflect the living. Asphodel may be used to summon and bind these dead to the surface of the magician. Care must be taken to never leave cuttings near polished silver by moonlight. The dead are not the only beings of the invisible labyrinth to be drawn towards mirrors. Haslam expounds upon this in greater detail in his general history of labyrinths. This is a shader and scene that was for JAMA Jam, made in Godot and Maya. And I'll actually open up the... if I can, I will open up the shader. It's pretty cool.
Are you only sharing the PowerPoint and not the thing that you
Oh,
opened on
Gavin,
top of
you're
it?
so right. I am only sharing the PowerPoint. Well, everybody, go ahead and check out our assets on the JAMA Jam itch page. That'll be the best way to do it. Huge. Lucas, I believe you're here. And I'll play this audio, and then if you want to talk about it, please do feel free. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, Lucas,
Thank you.
tell me about your inspirations for it. I'm seeing Sonic levels in here.
Yeah, I got we saw glass, and my first thought was to think of like a Sonic stage that he would run through, and for some reason I landed on like a glass city, ancient ruins thing in the sky, and then I was like, that would be very dangerous to move across, but given it's Sonic, he would have to move fast for some reason. Like the game would require it in some way. And so I wanted to capture that danger and that energy of a very fragile, ancient city floating in the sky. And that's what I got to.
I gotta say, I love it. Again, like, your music is very good at establishing sort of the tone of a game, even if it's not even a real game that exists. Like, I can totally picture, like, visuals for a level that this audio would fit really well. It's something that I think would be really cool if it existed. I
Thank
love
you.
it. I love it. Huge. Oh, okay. There we go. And we've got Alex, who I don't believe is here, but has given us a chartreuse shield. Intended to be a quick addition for this jam. They're practicing with their newfound interest in Blockbench and just trying to get the hang of 3D software in general. The idea is this chartreuse shield would be made of a fragile gemstone glass, which they played around with the idea that the fragility could even be a mechanic that encourages players to take damage with their shield. This is, honestly, inspires me to learn Blockbench. I love the textures that are going on here, and it doesn't convey perfectly on the PowerPoint, but the entire shield is slightly translucent, which I think is a really neat touch. Yeah, right on. Yeah. River. We've got an incredible infinite glass box here. I'll keep looping that. Is there anything you'd like to share about your sort of inspirations or the process for it? I included those shader breakdown images that you added, but this is really cool.
No, I just basically I just wanted to practice sort of. I haven't worked with like custom HLSL and shaders as much, so I wanted to do something that specifically required that. So kind of
Gotcha.
ended up on this. Also, the other shader I was writing completely broke down, so had to write this in the morning. So
Gotcha. I feel that. Well, it looks really good. I love the little particle details as well. Presents really nicely. Yeah. Lou?
Hello.
Hello.
I was kind of debating what kind of glass thing I wanted to go with, and then I went on Pinterest for like an hour, and then it was like stained glass windows. It hit me in the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So I did, some designing, and then I put them together. I wanted to focus more on like textures and stuff for this one instead of like modeling. So they're mostly just like flat planes or like squares for like kind of like the window frame. But yeah, had
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, right on. I'm curious, what art programs did you use for creating the actual
Uh,
textures?
Clip Studio.
Nice.
I just kind of did black and white for like determining metallic and roughness and all that, and
Right.
specular.
Yeah, yeah. And is that all stuff that did you end up applying like separate maps for it, or is that where you did it in, I forget, I'm blanking on it, Sketchfab, similar to the
Sketchfab.
hat? Okay.
Yeah, so Sketchfab has like different channels you can plug in maps or textures for.
Word.
So I just made separate textures for like the opacity and then the
Mm-hmm.
metallic and then the roughness. Yeah.
Groovy. No, I love it. This looks really great. The like gold highlights really look well with the lighting.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm also curious, what is the shape in this like centerpiece? Is it I couldn't tell
It's
if
a
it was like a
sword.
okay. I was thinking sword, but I was also getting like plant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
planty
sick.
sword.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Gavin at Haunted Grouse.
It's me.
It's you.
I started doing a thing last night and then I didn't like it, so in like 2 hours this morning,
Mhm.
I made this because a lot of the time when I've been making things in Blender and I've smoothed them out by using the subdivision modifier. Sometimes I'll like accidentally grab a face and then gloop it over, and I'm like, that kind of looks glassy, so I intentionally did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
especially working with like very low poly stuff, and if you pull one, then it all gloops together, and it's like I could make a funny little earring.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I also am very impressed with the level of detail for the actual like metal part of the earring itself.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the detail on the spring, like I know it's probably just like a screw mesh thing,
it's
but
with a circle and a screw modifier. It took
yeah.
literally, I don't know, 30
Yeah,
seconds.
I don't know. It's very authentic. Speaking as someone who
Yeah.
has just like a pile of loose earring hooks sitting on my desk right here. I love it though. It's really cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right on. And oh my gosh, last but not least, it's me. This is crazy. This is wild. I also did stained glass. As soon as I landed on the theme for this, I was like, oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah, or we're doing stained glass. So pulling from references that exist decorating my room and also on Pinterest as well, went and threw together a little lampshade texture. I ended up getting this done in about an hour and a half to 2 hours this morning because yesterday was very busy, but I don't know. Flowers, lamps, etc. Gonna go back and put this on a more detailed lamp mesh at some point in the near future. Huge. Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah, seriously, great work, everybody. I get so excited seeing what everybody makes for these streams. What the fuck? Someone's a hater in here. It's cruel. So everybody in this call already is fairly familiar with how voting works, but for anybody watching the video who's not, we have put all these submissions into a poll, and everybody who is in the Discord is allowed to vote for each award category. We have 3, that being best use of theme, most creative, and best in show. Voting will be open from the time this poll is posted, which will be right after this meeting, until midnight tonight, and awards will be announced the following day. And finally, the winners for each jam will receive a silly little roll in the Discord that lasts until the next jam, when it changes hands. And finally, our next jam will be December 2nd through the 3rd, from 12 p.m. CST on Saturday to 12 p.m. CST on Sunday. So spread the word, tell your friends, get people excited, and we're going to try and put together some more in-person things for the various separated groups of people who are scattered throughout the general Midwestern area. That's that's my stretch goal for these jams. So get excited about it. Start building hype. And otherwise, thank you very much, everyone. Yeah!